What motivates you to go to the gym every day, do your cardio, prep your food, years after years? What is it? Motivation. Because a lot of people lack when it comes to that. Don't be an airplane without navigation. If an airplane doesn't have a destination where to go to, the plane is eventually going to crash or run out of gas. And that's exactly what's happening to a lot of people, because we go to the gym with no purpose, with no reason. Maybe they saw something on TV. They said, hey, if you're going to train out, if you lift some weights, it's going to expand your life and you're going to gain like another 10 years. Or maybe it's for, your heart or something. Well, guess what? For most people, that it's not enough. You gotta set yourself a goal. You gotta know why you go in the gym every day and sweat your ass off. So setting yourself a goal, it might be as funny as getting ready for a pool party, or getting more dates, or getting ready for competition, or anything. It doesn't really matter what the goal is. The goal is only for you. It's only going to be in your mind, and nobody else will know unless you decide to share. And once you have that goal, trust me, it's going to be so much easier, because you know that every repetition and every hour you spend in the gym is going to get you closer to your goal. Then work towards something. Work towards a date. Set yourself a date. Let's just say there's a pool party coming up, August 2nd. Well, guess what? You have 4 weeks and 2 days left. Work yourself towards that goal. Having a date helps a lot because it keeps you accountable. Then change up your routine. Don't do the same thing over and over. It's gonna get so boring. You know how many people I see in the gym? It's almost like a deja vu. They come in through the same door, even though there are 3 entrances. They have the same clothes on, I don't know why, and they walk to the same machine and do the same routine and walk out the same door. And it's almost robotic. It's always the same thing. Now, of course, it's going to get boring. You got to switch it up, have some fun, some CrossFit training, high intensity training, heavy lifting, light lifting, switch it up, and also get a training partner. Remember what Schwarzenegger said. Schwarzenegger never trained without a training partner. You know why? Because the training partner keeps you accountable. And the training partner in the gym, you can use them as a little competition. So who's gonna lift more? All those little things add up and they keep you going. And hey, guess what? It doesn't matter if the training partner is female or male. If the female can keep up with you, it doesn't really matter. Whatever motivates you, whatever helps you to get you going. And on days you don't want to train, it's the responsibility of your partner to get you in the gym on days you don't want to go. Very important too. Then now I want to share my story. Like, what kept me going? What kept me going decade after decade? What is it? Why am I still, after all those years, motivated to go in the gym, prep my food, do my cardio? Well, there was a time when I was 13 years old. I know it goes far back. And that was the time where the testosterone's peaking, and I started looking after girls and stuff, right? And there was one girl in particular, and I liked her. I liked her. I had like, butterflies in my stomach when I saw her. But I didn't have the balls to go up to her and say, hey, do you want to go out with me? Oh, hells no. Instead, don't ask me why, I wrote a little letter to express some of my feelings, I guess. But then guess what? I was still too shy and I didn't give it to her. So I was hiding it, somewhere in the desk in school. But of course, my friends found it, exposed me, and gave it to her. At first, I saw her, she was all happy. Oh my God, there's a guy who likes me. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? And then when my friend said, oh, it's Dave, it's Dave, she came up to me, right in front of her face like this. She looked at me. Did you write this? And I was like, She goes, well, what do you think I'm gonna go with you? Look at you, you fat. That's exactly what she said. And damn, that was some motivation. I was a little chubby back then. Guess what? In 2 weeks, I lost 20 pounds. Every day after school, I only ate 1 or 2 apples throughout the day, and I was running every single day after school. So I dropped weight really quickly, but I had no clue about nutrition and how to eat and everything, how to build muscle. So I decided, later on to go to college and become a nutritionist. And then also, I went to sports academy, wanted to know everything about training, and on and on and on. So actually now I can thank you, because I'm grateful that she actually said that to me, because she actually created my career with one hurtful sentence. And see, after all those decades, it's still my motivation. I never really let myself go after that time to a point where I was fat or overweight or anything. It almost messed me up in the head a little bit, because every time I would see that my abs sort of disappearing and I'm gaining a little bit, it would click in my head immediately, and I would go do cardio or put myself on a more strict diet or something. So in a sense, yes, she messed me up a little bit, but hey, it could be worse, right? Some people go, smoke every day, some people go in the bar every day and get drunk, and I go in the gym and eat healthy at least. So that was just my story, okay? And that does not mean that still motivates me. Yes, it's the core of my motivation and why I started my entire career in the fitness industry. But guess what? I still set myself goals. My next goal, what motivates me now, my next goal for next year is around April, May, I'm gonna go back on stage and do a competition. My last competition was 9 years ago. And now I'm motivated again to go back on stage. And now I have a goal again and the drive again to work towards something. So find what works for you. Set yourself goals. Get a training partner. Make it fun. Have a good time. And you will see it's going to be so much easier. Thanks for watching. And give me a like and share. And join me on my Instagram, DaveRE77.